Hi, everyone. My name is Emily Packer, and I'm a PhD student at the University of San Diego studying education for social justice. This is my research titled Bridging the Gap Between Belief and Practice, Social Justice in Community College English Classrooms. My research starts with the fact that 70% of community college students do not obtain degrees, certificates, or transfer within 6 years of starting their college education. And actually, 85% of those students end up dropping out. A reason for this is students not meeting critical milestones such as passing English courses. But research does show us that making these milestones more obtainable may increase completion rates. This leads us to a critical examination of the teaching practices going on within these English courses. And specifically, we want to focus on whether or not these practices are socially just and serving the needs of all students. And this is because there may be a gap between instructor beliefs about social justice and their practices. Instructors may believe in social justice within education, however, their practices may be upholding cultural, racial, or linguistic hegemony in their classrooms. And they may not know that, and they may not know how to change these. And so this leads us to our definition of social justice, which is the full and equitable participation of students of all backgrounds in a classroom and school that's shaped to fit their needs. Of course, that's a really rosy definition. So we will also want to draw on distributive social justice, which is the focus on the need for both individual freedom and the equal distribution of materials and social goods within a classroom, as well as complex equality, which is the belief that people do not have the same needs or the same resources at their disposal to meet those needs. And this is our research questions. In what ways can instructors identify inequitable teaching practices, as well as how can instructors disrupt and replace their own inequitable teaching practices? So identification, disruption, and replacement. So let's check out the literature. So first of all, an overarching theme of the literature is the pedagogy of love, where instructors need to be doing everything from love, including self-exploration, love as the act of courage, and brain-based learning strategies. And within this are more specific themes like critical reflection, how can I reflect on my practices, critical dialogue, how can I talk to the people about these to grow my understanding and to recognize practices of inequity. Also inclusionary practices, code switching, alternative assessments in a classroom, as well as the focus on culturally sustaining pedagogy. We end with a critique of social justice because actually a lot of teachers and administrators push back on this term because of the ambiguity and ideological implications. So we want to include that. And this is what the research looks like in a graph form. So we can see that all of these inform one another. From the research, I've included a lot of changes in my practices, including these here. And I ask you to reflect on your beliefs about social justice. How are those beliefs upheld and how are they contradicted through your actions? And most importantly, how do you know? Thank you so much for listening and have a great day.